Do you remember that stupid app, the T app? I would love the same thing to happen to Only. I would love to see the men and the pictures of them. They're going to be married men, and it's going to expose a lot of that are 40-something-year-old men subscribed to a girl that's just turned. I don't care. Yo, this is legal. It's weird, and it's just creepy. Get ETs.
First up is Markiplier uses AI.
ChatGPT or almonds?
Let's ask ChatGPT. Hey, what would consume more water? The data centers that power you and your ability to answer my questions, or almond growing in all of California?
All almond farming in California uses significantly more water than data centers. Almonds require around a gallon of water per almond, which adds up to billions of gallons annually.
Wait, what? Really? Almonds are that much water? A gallon per almond?
Soy, almond milk, all that kind of stuff, I think is more environmentally damaging, not only to grow and produce, but also shipping around the world has more of an environmental
So the vegans
impact.
are wrong. The vegans are wrong.
Oh, completely.
Again.
They're just virtue signaling to make them feel better, but even though the math ain't mathing. Nogla, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, shoot.
Can I bite my chocolate croissant?
Oh, of course you can, Brian.
Thank you.
Of course you can. Make sure it's into the mic, though. If people can't see it on cam. Oh, licking a bit of chocolate off the thumb. Hold on, let's make this. Let's have a food section. If we need a food section, just make it a thing. Breaking news on TNN. Terrorizer eats a croissant, licks it off his thumb. Can you do that again for the people in the back?
No, it
All
sounds
right.
really gay the way you're doing it. Can you do that again?
I know there's
Slower?
at least 100 people watching that are like, whoa.
Nogla's gay.
Also consume water, especially for cooling, but the volume is much smaller compared to large-scale agriculture.
You're not just saying that because you're ChatGPT and you wouldn't want to be accused of stealing too much water, are you?
Nope.
Nope.
I love that answer. Nope.
Nope. Not me. Totally not.
Oh, so that's like an old video, but it goes a bit deeper. He apparently used it in his podcast, where essentially people had to make up riddles. I think he stayed up all night working on his movie, and he was too tired to think of riddles, so he used ChatGPT to make a riddle. That's where we're at in terms of being upset at content creators.
That makes the news.
It makes the news because it's Markiplier, and how absurd people's reactions wore it too, in my opinion. He's done a lot of activism, and I think that invites a lot of people that are also very activist mindseted, which could be a good thing. But unfortunately, there's a very vocal minority of them that are just bad. Not every activist is a good person. Just being religious doesn't make you a good person. Being an activist doesn't make you a good person either. In fact, you might be covering something up. Isn't that right, Brian? That would be a Brian take.
Yeah, that's why I do charity. Hiding in plain sight.
I'm not saying I never used it. I'm not denying that I never used it. I would be completely hypocritical if I said that I never used it, because I found the technology fascinating. But I'm also not going to say like it's entirely a thing. I haven't used it for months.
Oh my god, pause it, bro. Like it's drugs. Like it's bro. I use ChatGPT every fucking day. I don't get why are people so terrified of saying that they're using AI? I'm sorry guys, but like as much as you want to like cry about like it's taking over jobs, it's just a fucking tool of AI. Like I use it when reading contracts. Is there anything in here that I need to be aware of that I'm not reading? I'm not great at reading contracts. The words are so convoluted in a contract. A lot of the time,
there's a lot of
in business and
verbiage.
outside of business.
Verbiage as well, Brian, in there.
I'm not going to pretend that I fully understand. I'm going to keep talking until he shuts the fuck up and lets me keep talking. I use ChatGPT to try and point out any things that I should be aware of, and it helps me spot things. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, why is this in there? Maybe I should get this looked at. I would rather be using something that's going to be helping me find things that I'm not going to pretend to know everything. I think a lot of people that cry about these things, well, if you're not smart enough to do this, blah, blah. These are people that try to pretend they're way smarter than what they are. I'm not, and I will use a tool if it helps me. So I don't get this whole, he has to be afraid to say, oh, I haven't used it in months. I swear, I haven't used it in months. Who gives a fuck? I hate the way he's fucking talking like last time he hit a rusty spoon with a fucking syringe or something. Like, I haven't done it in months. I haven't done it in months.
Honestly, if he did, it would probably be less controversial.
Yeah.
No, Markiplier doesn't support generative AI. It was from Adobe stock and his team didn't know it was AI. Markiplier has taken action and taking it down. A lot of you people need to stop jumping to conclusions. So I think they saw some thumbnail that looked like it was AI generated, but it was a stock photo from Adobe, and Adobe obviously had this AI stuff. So the stock photo actually from Adobe was AI. So he looked into it. From what I've heard, this is purchased from Adobe stock by someone on the team who wasn't aware that it was AI generated. Getting it taken down soon, full transparency. I haven't been nearly as hands-on with Cloak as I've wanted since, oh yeah, apparently Markiplier and Jacksepticeye unfollowed each other, like, I don't know, 6 months ago? Yeah, it was a lot of divorced children were upset. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Children of divorced parents. It would make sense in the middle. No, I'm not going to say it. Okay. Full transparency.
The middle where?
The middle of Iowa.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought he was going to make a very insensitive joke.
No. There's no child marriages happening anywhere in some other countries.
But let's be perfectly fucking honest. I was telling them that there was going to be a time when someone could punch in a prompt into a AI and it was going to be able to generate an entire podcast of us. And they laughed. And they laughed. And they laughed at me. And they laughed at me. They all laughed at me.
I'm sorry. I can't handle it, bro. I can't tell if it's crazy acting or a crash out. It's hard to do. Brian just chewed his croissant like this. Just
I'm having a great fucking time. I'm just
Monday.
I'm just listening to him say the same joke and then look at his OBS. Was that funny? They laughed at me. They laughed at me. And I'm just like, chocolate.
Yeah, you're the Nogla now.
It's like, we're on the same side. We're absolutely on the same side. And there's a side here that is for the betterment of this in the first place.
You know what this feels like? This feels like my toddler trying to convince me to go to McDonald's. We're on the same side here.
Doesn't take much fucking convincing for you. Would you fucking stop?
Yeah, you're right.
This is when my child tries so hard to convince me we should go to McDonald's.
All right, fine. We're on the same side. Let's go.
I personally am doing nothing besides paying for the foundation. That is the only thing that I'm doing in this, the only thing I've been doing. But it's something that I've talked about because it's important to understand. To fight something, you have to understand what you're fighting, right?
I feel like 90% of people that don't understand. Do you know the point he's making?
If you're going to be mad at something, we need to use it and understand it to then be able to beat it.
No, he's not saying use it. He's just saying understand, like, how it works to better argue against why it's bad.
Is that not him justifying why he's using it to try and understand it?
In a way, he didn't directly say that, but indirectly, it could be subtly assumed. Artificial intelligence detects breast cancer 5 years before it develops.
There you go. Cry about that, you fucking bitches.
I wonder, will AI and robots get so advanced that they can do like surgeries that humans never could have because they're just so exact, they don't get tired. Some surgeries, they take like, isn't there surgeries that take like 8 hours? Or like 8 hours?
They use the robot. The doctor has the kind of little computer screen and it uses a robot with like the micro incision scissors where they go in and they're able to do it. It's pretty incredible.
I'm so like against AI but also for it at the same time.
In certain fields, entertainment and video, I have no interest in AI generated stuff.
Yeah, when human creativity is involved.
Yeah.
But when it's functionality, that's when it makes sense. All right, let's see the memes. Pause the Markiplier live stream on the best moment. Dude, this is actually,
that's so
he's 100% going to use this in a thumbnail
that's
now.
So like 2016, 2017 humor, isn't it?
Dude, his thumbnails are still 2016. If you look at them.
Get to work. Get to work.
I don't know how anyone could ever accuse him of making AI thumbnails when they're clearly made in Microsoft Paint. There you go. Next section, folks, we got... Damn, that yawn was kind of frozen in place. You yawn weird. You're like...
Do you know what I was doing? I was licking my teeth at the back, so I had my mouth open.
While yawning?
Like, yeah.
Oh, damn. Multitasker here. Look at this guy. Eating, drinking, yapping, yawning, licking.
Do you just like micromanage everyone what they're doing?
Oh, how am I micromanaging you? I just noticed it.
fuck's on the news?
Bro, why are you gonna
just
turn it into a negative? This is why the comment section are a bunch of fucking parasocial whiny bitches. Whenever anything bad happens to Brian, oh no, I'll let you guys know. If any of you ever shit on Brian or I, or anyone on this channel, without making it funny, your comment will be gone. You'll be gone. Okay? You're just gonna be gone.
Wings of Nogla.
No, seriously. The amount of unnecessary shit that spews from me or you complaining about the other person, and then people that like you or like me will just attach to it and then go, fuck Brian, racist prick. And it's like, what's funny about that comment? If you can make it funny, you might get top comment. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right? If you're gonna hate, at least make it funny. Otherwise, you're fucking gone. Banned. Mods, get him.
To go into jail, somebody fucking make him humble. I wish I can see your son to fucking make him humble.
We should say that to someone in the group.
And if you don't shut up, I'll stretch you.
I still respect you, but you don't respect me.
Most of my Iron Sheik lore of Howard Stern is Beetlejuice.
My is bigger than all your fucking body. My can beat the fuck out of you.
I don't even know what to say. Piratesoftware's co-worker spills the tea. This is someone who worked with him while he was at Blizzard as well, Brian. This is kind of juicy.
And I happen to work with Piratesoftware at Blizzard as his wrangler on Diablo 3.
Wrangler.
Really quick, number one, you share a last name. But number two, wrangler. So what is that? What does that mean to be a wrangler for someone during? So you said it was during Diablo 3 testing?
Yes. Basically, what happened is we share the same last name. That's why I don't mind sharing my last name. When I joined the company, they literally thought that we were related because I have a couple of years on him. So they thought that I was his older sister. And they thought that with me coming in, I could potentially handle him and he would be less of a problem if we were working together. So this was a thing that I had to clarify like day one of me moving onto the team.
So this was, the assumption was, oh, okay, they're siblings. She can kind of tune.
Yes. And he'll be less of a problem because we're related.
They weren't related. They weren't related at all.
Poor woman.
She got stuck trying to make him do a good job.
Where the fuck did the name Thor come from? His name is Jason Hall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where the fuck did Thor come from?
I have no clue where that came from. I'll be brutally honest.
So with this, him being a problem, now was that unique to Pirate or is that just to speak to every new person coming into the company?
That was speaking to him. And it was not that he was an HR violation problem. Don't get me wrong. He's very charismatic. He is easy to get along with socially. However, he was very neglectful of actual work.
That might explain why his game is shit. Andrew played his whole game, Brian. And it was awful. It was terrible.
How much was the game? Is that not overpriced, that game?
It's about an hour and a half of content. I'm not sure on the money. You know what I mean? I've gone to movies that are like 15, 20 bucks that were as bad as Piratesoftware's game. So, you know, it's just one of those things.
It could just be spawning different monsters and testing their affixes to see how they perform. That easy. But he would just kind of create a character and idle in the client and then read Reddit. That's literally what he did. He sat in front of me and I was assigning the tasks. So not only did I see the work he was not doing, I saw what he was doing instead.
Just on Reddit.
So, sorry, to clarify, he was Redditing instead of doing his job, which was essentially he, instead of spawning in and just like running Skeleton King, which I know is like literally that first act, or just testing monster spawns, it was just him browsing Reddit.
Basically.
Basically.
Dude's job was to play video games and he still slacked off.
When I was in Blizzard, I was on Reddit.
Dude, God bless this coworker. God bless her. This is such a golden interview. I'm going to listen to all of this by myself there after we're done recording.
So, like, I just turned on the hall light and I peeked in there and the place was a fucking sty. He had never put up a shower curtain in the bathroom. There was like ashy stuff everywhere, like gray ash kind of looking spots everywhere, including like in the shower, on the floors, on the countertops. The toilet was, it had been a fucking week and I could not understand the state of things. Let me just say that I was very concerned.
So was he basically like showering without a curtain, pissing on the toilet seat and not wiping, and smoking a fuck ton in there?
Maybe that's why his voice got deeper, just got raspier.
Yeah, because of smoking. That happens. That happens. Maybe he's a smoker. We don't know. But it's like, where else would that grey ash come from in a bathroom? And the toilet can only get dirty if you piss on it and don't wipe. Like, what is he shitting on it and not wiping? Like, like what is this guy doing to make this woman so traumatized? She was so unfazed about everything else. The toilet is what made her do this interview. You know for a fact that toilet is like, that's it.
I didn't mind the Reddit. I didn't mind not doing his job, but
I didn't mind it at all.
Shit. My God.
Straw that broke the camel's back. That was a HR violation for sure.
I was like, this is not going to work out, my guy. So I just like had to talk with him, and I was like, hey, look, like, this is not a thing between us because you're a cool dude. But like with the cat who said non-destructive, already destroyed a chair, this is not going to work out. Like, I'm pretty sure that's straight how I played it. But I'm like, the sum of all things, I do not need this apartment destroyed. You know, it's my deposit, my name on this primarily because I was a primary resident, and I do not need destruction of property on my record or any of that. So like, I could not take that chance. He inelegantly took it as a, all right, fine, I'll move out kind of thing.
Oh my gosh. So she confronted him on a couple of issues while they were living together. So not only were they living together, she was his kind of superior at work. So when she brought up the issue of the bathroom, the cat, etc., just kind of like, again, the straw that broke the camel's back, he was like basically defensive, not changing. Fine, I'll move out. So instead of just slightly changing, he decided I have to move out. This person hates me. There was definitely other solutions. Immediately being like, oh, I'm moving out because you brought up the first complaint ever to me. That also explains why he ran away in World of Warcraft. Just can't accept that he has to be challenged. Can't accept it.
He never paid me back for the chair, by the way. Never did anything about that. And when he finally did move out, I wish I had saved pictures of the state of his room. He had cleaned nothing.
Bro, Asmongold Piratesoftware collab?
I think I saw a clip. Oh, actually, no. So I have seen little bits of this, but I think I woke up to it. Like Lene watches on YouTube on TV, so I think I woke up this morning to Asmongold reacting to this, and I think she says there's stuff on the walls. I think she goes, and then there was stuff on his wall, like I didn't think it was boogers or something on his wall, and then Asmongold is like this.
Like he's disgusting.
I think I don't know. I think it was like the point where he was like talking shit about Piratesoftware, but then she mentions the boogers on the wall, and then everyone remembers the blood stuff.
Oh
that he
yeah,
did
the
on
blood
the wall.
from Asmon. Yeah.
So I think he was also like, oh, I can't really say anything.
Yeah,
here.
I can't say anything. I just love the idea of Asmongold critiquing how filthy he is. Like,
yeah,
that would be such a funny line.
There is. I don't know where she mentions it, but I did see that clip.
I'll tell you what, Lene had that popped on YouTube in the morning, watching Asmongold. Lene's based, bro. Lene's based.
One of our other friends, he's another person that played League with Jason at one point. Apparently also got raged at. But this guy is a master troll. This guy was also one of my best friends.
Conveniently, my best friend was a master troll who pranked Piratesoftware. Her smile.
She definitely told her friend of her frustrations, and he was like, I got this. Yes. I got this.
100%. Well, Brian, all of this has justified MeatCanyon to make an animation of, well, this. What we're looking at. So let's enjoy this 3 minutes of pure artistry. No AI used in the creation of this, Brian.
Yeah, Chad. So today I was supposedly cursed. I saw this woman breastfeeding her child in a non-optimal way, so being the kind man I am, I showed her how to do it correctly. I told her you should have the child latch at a 30-degree angle. That way, when her milk begins to extrude from the channel, it will flow more rapidly with the babe's suction, as followed.
Oh my gosh, dude. Is this monetized on YouTube? Hold on. I gotta check the description really quick here, Brian. This is not age restricted. Dude, I'll be very surprised if this doesn't get us age restricted. The pop was funny.
She got irrationally angry when I proved her wrong and put a curse on me. Not that I believe in curses or anything.
The curse is real. Look at your legs.
I can barely feel it. Pain is actually an illusion played on by the mind that...
You fool! Don't you see your arrogance? Need I remind you that's what got us fired from Blizzard?
Yeah, so I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. I barely think about it. It's actually funny, Chad. I'm considered the first second generational hire at the company. Not that I even think about it.
By the way, that's a real line. If you think that's a line MeatCanyon made up, that's a real line that he's quoting.
You're not even streaming right now!
I knew that. I knew that, and I was just practicing before I go live. It's the most optimal way a streamer stays fresh when...
So when he's more arrogant, he gets more messed up, right?
Yeah,
You
the
can
curse.
at least admit that telling a woman how to breastfeed her child was wrong.
I would be willing to concede such an argument if it wasn't something I'm so well versed in. Let me explain. You see, a gypsy's breast is typically in the cup size of B to C, albeit small. It provides ample milk for her freshborn.
Your ego is going to kill us. Admit to yourself you can be wrong. For us.
I can be wrong. But I just think a mother should breastfeed her child.
Oh gosh, dude.
And that is monetized. Well, maybe he does. Maybe because he does Patreon. Do you think maybe it isn't even monetized in the first place?
Maybe it's not monetized in the first place, and he just has the Patreon like we do. Check out our Patreon, link in the top description. Pinned comment, folks. Appreciate the support. Piratesoftware updated his Twitter bio. Game dev, streamer, go make games, dev, for rescue business. What did he I don't see the update. Oh, the profile picture.
Oh, did he use it?
I think he did. I think he did use it.
Check.
All right. He did use it.
Yeah, that's good.
He did use it.
There you go. That's good. I think that's the right move.
If he reacts to it and he's able to admit he's wrong about suggesting that woman how to breastfeed, that would be a great step in the right direction.
If he put out a tweet saying, but I do still think the optimal angle for breastfeeding is 30 degrees.
If he can kind of maybe
if you can laugh at yourself, man, it helps.
We got memes. We love memes. Piratesoftware going on YouTube and seeing the thumbnail for MeatCanyon's latest video.
Everyone uses that guy for Anthony playing games with us.
Oh, that's a way better caption. Anthony playing Mario Kart.
Did you not remember? It's the character from whatever that animation show is.
I know Evan loves it.
That's why I liked it.
Smiling friends. Smiling friends.
There you go. Because I like to smile at my friend. Evan's my friend. I love Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walked around with a gun to his head and everyone says that's Anthony playing games with you and me.
Accurate. Insane gamer meltdown. Let's see.
Yeah. To punish the Rev Panzer.
That was so insane. He played like the best round I have ever seen defensively. Goichi like, yo, my bad, bro. My bad.
Oh my God, bro. I feel it for both of them, honestly.
Oh my Lord. KOG
This is gonna be a Twitch emote.
Bro, he's gotta be parodying. It's gotta be satire.
I get it, man.
No, I feel it.
Dude, he put it all on the line with that last round. Seriously. He played like it. You cannot oversell just how well he played.
Person on the right looks like a granny.
Look, he's laughing. That's good. That's good. That's good. He's scary as fuck looking, dude.
I feel like this is good, like a frame from Dandadan.
Dandadan. Waka waka.
No,
What the fuck is Dandadan?
Not that.
Is that anime?
It's an anime reference. Nintendo Switch made for Nogla. Ooh, let's see. Okay, I'm okay. Adapters. What is going on here? Oh, yes! Yes, now we're talking. This is why I bought the Switch 2. Oh, it's a controller as well. That's better. I like this setup better. It's a controller, and this is much more optimal. Way more optimal for eating fries.
They need to make a McFlurry one.
Reload. Oh, McFlurry version. Yes. That would spill on the Switch, though. This is awesome. I'm retweeting it. This thing I've seen all week. DSP Gaming sign spotted at the WWE Sunday Countdown show.
Fucking way.
So there's the picture, right?
Oh,
and here's the sign. Oh, the
my.
camera's on the whole time.
Oh my lord.
That drawing is amazing as well. No AI here either.
I was gonna say, do you think that's AI? Do you think that's AI?
Nope. I do
Oh,
not.
the camera's on the whole time, huh?
Oh, shit, dude. I had this saved for the memes this week, Brian. I guess we're gonna do it now.
Oh yeah, I know this.
There you go.
I saved that one too.
Yeah, well, both of us are going to get to show it to each other. Andrew won. Andrew won.
The confusion. So funny.
Remember the medallion, Brian?
Yeah.
Some Ordinary Gamers has also gotten into a little bit of heat. I don't know much about this one. We're getting news directly from Slop News Network. SNN, the Slop News Network. So allegedly, Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers has been lying about his IT knowledge, skills, and work history for the past 10 years. Sonic True Medallion never fails to claim a victim.
I think this is interesting because I did 3 years in Dunleary IT and in Java and computer architecture.
Oh yes, of course. First, second generation handy.
First generation guy that dropped out of college twice.
Yes. Oh yes, good job.
I wonder if this is really a thing. There's definitely weird kind of sense of entitlement that I noticed in like programmers where a lot of them would copy a lot of code and try to really make it out that it's their code. I did notice that. I'm happy that I could happily admit I can write a method to save my life. Piratesoftware, there's millions of him, by the way. And they get like this thing where people look at each other's code and it's kind of like, do you know what it is? It's like Patrick Bateman in, is that his name?
Yes, Patrick Bateman in American Psycho.
Where they're showing each other their cards. That's them showing each other their code. I like how you inherited this code from a previous. Yes, I thought that was the most intelligent way to, compress the code files. Yeah. Oh wow, impressive.
So Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years.
Hearing Elon talk about computers and anything code related is actually mind-bogglingly stupid.
It's not clear what kind of an engineer he is. So, what education does he have?
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, I picked engineering as, the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So, he would have an engineering degree?
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge. I did computer engineering when I fucking went to college. That's what I did.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh. He dropped out after a semester.
I'm a dropout myself.
I finished.
I thought you said you dropped out.
Yeah, I dropped out the first one. It was I did a level 7 3 year. I could have done the 4th year, but my lecturer looked at it. He said, "How much is YouTube making you?" And he told me to drop out. And then we went balls to the wall.
You started fucking?
I went over to you. That was around that time when I came over and vlogged. That was when I dropped out or finished my 3rd year.
Yeah, I remember
got
that.
My level 7 degree.
And then came over to you. I remember all that, but you were fucking your professor?
He was a good man.
Let's worry about Mutahar now.
But I'm not going to dog on school. You know what I mean? If you're going to learn to be valuable. If you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field, you need to go to university. Okay?
You need to go to university to be an engineer. But Mutahar is a dropout. He has no degree.
Were you a computer science major? Yeah, that's what I went to for college for a little bit. Dropped out of it. I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no. No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound biased because, as an engineer, you want to get the degree that's gonna get you a job. You know, a good job. Not saying other degrees can't, but like, you gotta be smart.
Sometimes he says he didn't always want to be an engineer.
My biggest thing was I didn't really want to be an engineer anyways.
He keeps saying, yeah, okay, so I've never gone around and said I'm anything. He keeps saying like he is an engineer.
I actually wanted to do law. I didn't go through law. Honestly, I didn't even want to be an engineer when I grew up. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer for the longest times.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So, like, being a former engineer, like, I virtualized, like, everything, so I, like, contained shit.
Former engineer. Yeah, this is a little, definitely pirate software moment here.
Yeah, I can't really...
former engineer, but he dropped out in the first semester? How the hell does that make you a former engineer?
I kind of like Moonahart. Like, I have no problem with the guy, but the more I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, yeah, you can't be going around saying you're a former engineer. You did a year in college.
Not even that. Not even that. Not even that.
I could go around and say I'm a bioscientist.
I could go around and say I'm a teacher.
I did bioscience, did like genealogy, did like worked in labs doing
Brian is a former
tests.
scientist. I'm a former teacher. We're smarter than you. Listen to us.
That's a spectrometer over there. Yeah, I know that because I'm a bioscientist myself. Can't do that.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer for 10 years.
I wanted to share sort of my engineering background with you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, all right, before I went into this shit. I think I know this. I also like to mess around with technology. I myself used to be an engineer.
I myself
used to
be an
dude, this is crazy. This is a deep fucking dive into...
I will say, the older version of him 10 years ago seems like just a crazy fucking liar. At least the newer clips seem like he's lying a little less. He is giving context, I dropped out and stuff like that. I don't know, he talked so much he didn't realize he fucked himself over. Moonahart speaking last year on the danger of not digging into the past of people who claim to have expertise online, bemoaning people's unwillingness.
Tons of grifty accounts online fell for this one fucking person lying about their, credentials as a Japanese university historian expert. Even though it took 5 seconds to Wayback Machine their account and figure out, oh, they were just some random white guy.
Oh, this has to do with the Ubisoft stuff we covered, Brian. You remember that Ubisoft stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Where they got the historical evidence for some of the storyline.
The book for the white guy in Tokyo, in the university in Tokyo, and he wrote this book about the Black Samurai, isn't it?
Oh, he wrote a lot of stuff, and there was another weird one. I don't remember. There was strange sexual things going on as well.
Okay, some random dude on the internet. And even if you took their Japanese, name, put it into, the Tokyo University or whatever university they claim to be, you couldn't even find that person. See, people don't even want to do the bare minimum of research. Nobody wants to do even 5 minutes of research. But they'll believe anything an account says.
So obviously the irony is that people did research on him and found out that he lied. So people heard that and were like, yeah, I'm going to do research on you. Now, it's not something that ends your career, guys, as long as you just respond to it humbly, which Piratesoftware didn't. And I think some ordinary gamers will be like, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. If he just says I'm a fucking idiot, shouldn't have said that stuff, my bad, guys. Yeah, and people are like, yeah, we get it, you're stupid. He'd be fine. So it was 8 days ago, this video was made about him by a guy named Nick Andros. And it probably just caught wind, over the past week. And it got to him. And he's not posting. He's not giving a response. What do you think of that, Brian?
I don't really care. You're right in what you're saying, that he should just say, yeah, I don't have a degree in this or whatever. I don't know. I wonder if... My theory is, I think it's an Indian thing. I really do. I think it's an Asian... No. Seriously, hear me out. I know that sounds like a joke. Well, parents, Indian parents, Japanese parents...
You just can't be a failure? You have to hide your failures?
Yeah, genuinely. I feel like if in the family, you're on the internet, whatever, you could be, it's not really a prideful thing to say, oh, I make YouTube videos. Whereas they keep talking about engineering.
Slop drama videos as well.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, but even me, I'm going in doing mortgage stuff, and they're like, and so what's the career? I play video games on the internet. Doesn't really sound sexy in a business normal, you know what I mean?
What does sound sexy though? I wonder what in your mind, what's sexy?
Internet media franchise or something. You know what I mean? Internet media mogul.
That gets all the bitches these days. Sony is suing Tencent for copyright. Sony has officially sued Tencent for copyright and trademark infringement. Sony claims Light of Motoram copies Horizon and will confuse buyers. Ginger female protagonist.
I can see it.
Robot.
Cyborg, android, robot, creature. Yeah.
This is just from the pictures of the main game. You know, there's
similarity.
There's argument. There's arguments
even
there.
Even the text for the names.
Who do you think's gonna win? Sony or Tencent? They're both mega big companies, make games.
I think Sony will win.
Tencent will win. You know what? I think it depends where the filing, where it's filed. If it's filed in China, bro, they ain't winning. Filed in America, they've got a shot. Amazon is investing into Showrunner, an AI-generated streaming service. Lets people type in prompts to generate scenes or full episodes for new ideas or existing IPs. No. Disney and other studios are talking to license IP for the service. So, no. Is this?
So if someone makes a cool concept idea, they can then just own it. So basically, you're turning viewers into show writers for free.
Well, just using AI.
Yeah, but they own the right to it. So if you come in and make a great idea, blah, 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 then Disney or whoever owned the service own the IP to that. So that's basically turning average consumers into free workers.
Gosh, dude.
That's the same thing in a college. When you make a project in a college, the college owns the IP to that project. When you make some web app in a college project, college owns it. They can sell it. Happened to my brother. So I think that is dodgy shit. I wouldn't go anywhere near that. You remember when we said like AI stuff for the creativity and the human stuff? Bingo. That right there. No. That kind of AI, no.
Yeah, yes, that's a confirmed no. We're here to report on some FaZe downfall. I'm surprised this isn't a whole section in itself.
I'm not going to react to this. I don't want to be on their stream.
I don't want to be on their stream. In trouble.
I don't want to get banned from another clan. I don't want to get banned from any more events.
Gosh, because, well, if you were in this clan, you could have absolutely rug pulled the fuck out of people, Brian, and made a ton of money. I'm sure all the FaZe guys are speaking up about this a lot as well and reimbursing all the people that have been scammed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure FaZe is working hard on that. So, breaking FaZe Banks and MLG coin scandal update. Former FaZe CEO Banks resigned on July 28, 2025 amid accusations he was involved in a 150 to 200 million meme coin crypto rug pull tied to the MLG coin. I've never scammed anyone a day in my fucking life. The entire narrative is unfair and part of the reason. I believe since this tweet he's admitted he did it. So anyways, the entire narrative is unfair and part of the reason it exists is because my FaZe name is so easily framed and manipulated. I think he had a phone call with Aiden Ross and admitted wrongdoing so Aiden Ross wouldn't sue him. The fact is, this is affecting the guys that is whack. So it's, for the time being, I'm going to step down away from being in FaZe, but all the internet shit, blah, blah, blah. It's destroying my life inside and out. Sucks my entire life gets ruined over something I didn't even do. Real one, no. Dude. I wish I could say it. I'll be back, but I don't really know if I will. He was back pretty quickly doing calls on Kick with Aiden Ross.
Did he say how much money he made? It was shown. It was like ludicrous amounts. It showed there was the image where it showed the withdrawal. And so he's saying ruining your life.
It's hard to feel bad for really rich people that have so much money. When they talk about the life being ruined, you have so much money, you don't need to do any internet stuff anymore. You don't need to make money anymore. Your life ruined is objectively better than 99% of other people's lives.
People watching and people who put in their little bit of savings into that FaZe fucking coin probably gone, and they're struggling to pay their rent, eat food, and your life is ruined.
It's so out
while
of
you're
touch,
in
bro.
your LA fucking mansion.
Banks denied any wrongdoing, claiming he never sold and even lost over 100k himself. In his post, he insisted the narrative is unfair and that FaZe's own branding was being farmed against his will. For the first time since I started buying, I've officially sold my entire MLG position for a total loss of $100,000. Has to officially be the worst scam of all time considering I lost 6 figures. Wish the best for the community and everyone else's. The bad guy is gone. If you bought an Aiden Ross and FaZe Banks coin, you are mentally How is it any different than Hawktua? How is it any different? How is it any less stupid? Oh my gosh. Gary Newman announced a mounting system for the Sandbox game mode in their spiritual successor of Gary's mod called Essen Box. Let's go. When is this out, dude? I need this out now. It will allow you to import and spawn assets from any game in your Steam library in the Sandbox. Oh shit.
Gary.
Bro. We are so back, dude. Vanoss Crew is so back. GTA 6 and Gmod 2 just around the corner. We're so back, Brian.
Hey there, kids. We're back with another death run. Let's go. Poggers, dude.
Oh, we just have to survive. We just one more year, guys. One more year. Meme icon Hide the Pain Harold hosted with F1 drivers as a VIP guest at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Dude, look at this. That's that picture is so good.
It's so funny how he can, that's just his face, you know, like it's so easy for him to recreate it.
It's like, dude, they were like, no, we would be honored. Formula One would be honored if you would come to the race.
I think I saw one of the drivers like point at him and he goes, meme. He just goes, meme.
The meme, yeah, the meme.
Blarg has definitely been doing a bit of spring cleaning because he posted, just found this in my closet. I'm sure hope they go on tour again soon. And I was like, this is the equivalent to a Sonic Tube medallion. Burn it. So something bad's going to happen to Blarg by, I think, next summer. Next summer, Blarg, something bad's going to happen to him. Unless he throws it away. You have been warned, Blarg.
Delete Snapchat.
There was news that broke today, and this is the most brain-rotted thing.
This is weird. It's just, I just hate it. I just wish that platform was fucking banned.
A lot of weird men. There's a lot of very weird men, dude.
And you know how much she charged her thing, which, by the way, is a weird thing for me.
I don't want to know.
It's a weird thing for me to say, but I saw it, like it was on one of these posts, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of people paying that. It's like $20 a month. Which I thought...
Bro, our Patreon's only $3 a month.
I know, yeah.
And speaking of Patreon, I want to thank people with the letter D. Daddy, Danny, and Dante.
Daddy?
That's his name, Daddy Dom.
Daddy, and Daddy.
Appreciate all the daddies out there supporting the big daddies.
Ups to the daddies.
At the end of the video, like, subscribe, and all the good stuff.